I had to do it. Hi guys! Why does it think I'm winking? Look, you have a gavel!
I'm gaveling!
Oh gosh, did it get your audio? It did. Okay, cool. Oh, I was so worried it wouldn't give me
dropping the
audio.
hammer.
Yeah! And I got my little judge outfit on. It's
You
the
did.
best I could do on short notice.
It looks like you're wearing it like a tie in front of your regular attire.
Yeah, it's basically, I don't know how I'm
It's just
to
a
do.
really large clip-on tie.
Yeah. It's like, I'm just holding it up in front of me, actually. I'm just holding it up.
A shield.
Yeah.
Law shield.
The law.
They can't convict you of murder, you're also a judge.
That's true. Why is, hold on.
You'll just unconvict me, you're the illegal.
Give me a minute. It tried to stream on YouTube and I don't know why, so I gotta go stop it. Hold up. Let's go to my studio. Delete the random content. There's gonna be some random stream, isn't there? No, okay, there's not. It's not doing it. Let me go to the, let me double check that it's not live. Sorry.
I don't see one. I have gone to your YouTube channel and I do not see a live stream live.
Okay, good. Cool. And I don't see a weird one. Okay, cool. OBS said it was, SC Live said there was one live, and I was like, no, I don't think so. I am not set up for
SC
it. Yeah,
Live.
little gavel! Yeah! Exception is the law!
I am the law.
He's the law! Yeah! Hi, Lark! How are you? I'm really high-pitched today for some reason. I don't know why. Like, hi everybody! we were talking over stream. I was like, I missed exception time. It's exception
it's been
time.
like a month.
I know, I'm sorry. It's my fault. I keep getting sick and being out of town.
Don't worry.
Like
we traded responsibility.
Yeah.
It was your fault, then it was my fault, then it was your fault again.
It's fine. It's all good. We're back. I'm like, I haven't even introduced myself yet, and I need to introduce myself because I have to send somebody a clip of me saying my name. So they know how to say my name when they come on my stream.
Haven't you said your name previously, though? Like
I've
in the
said my
past,
name so
ever?
many times. So many times. I introduce myself almost every time. But I am lazy, and so I'm gonna clip it from this stream. So, get ready. Is everybody ready?
Here it comes.
Here it comes.
Here it comes. Get ready.
Get ready. Get ready. Here it comes. Wait, it's got like, with the Ace Attorney music going in the background, it makes me sound like ridiculous, but that's okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Hello, everyone. I am Ascella Vivace, magical idol, here to make you smile, and on my shoulder is Exception. Hello, Exception.
It's me. Hi.
Hi. That was the big intro. Yeah.
You did it. You now
I
know
did
who we
it!
are.
Now we know. Yeah. I'm a little silly today. Obviously, like, I gave Exception a gavel. Like, of course I'm a little silly today. I bought that on Ko-fi for $3. Oh, no, I forgot to put the credits up. Shucks. Hold on. Let me get the credits and put them in there. Hold, please. Hold, please, everyone. There we go. Now it's in my announce there. Okay. Cool.
Yay.
We're all good. Yeah. Okay. And we're back for more Ace Attorney. Why is my head ducking? What are you doing? Tracking is so... There's no kayfabe here. I'm just like, I'm not real! It's fine. It's fine. I am on some shit today. I'm sorry, guys. I am just like hyper active and silly. Hence, Exception having a gavel.
Yeah.
I didn't tell Exception that he was getting a gavel. I didn't tell him about the stuff. I just did it. Yeah. I surprise. because it's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and the reason we were a little late getting started is because I was working on stuff, because as you can see in the announcements, the next backstage is going to be on the 20th, which is in like 2 weeks. So get ready for that. I'm excited about it. I'm going to have a really cool idol unit on. So that's what I was working on before stream. Yeah. Very excited. They were like, how do you say your name? And I was like, that's a good question. Let me educate you. Let me make a clippy. Let me make a clippy. Okay, anyway. What was going on last time in this trial? Like, we were mad at the jury. We were just mad at the jury the whole time, I feel.
I don't know why you were mad at the jury. This, like, unlike every single other trial with a jury, we have not yet had to do like a summation examination.
That's true, but they're kind of irritating
thrown
anyway.
In the guilty bucket. I think you're just upset because you have to voice one of them that you don't want to voice.
I don't really care that much, I promise.
Okay.
Why is it winking? Okay, I guess we're just winking today. Cool, that's fine. Whatever. But let's jump back in. Any comments, commentary, stuff like that for the the trial. Anything you would like to say before
I can give a basic recap
of
what
yeah,
happened
I
as
love
best
your
as
recaps.
I can remember.
I love your recaps.
I will do my best at remembering what happened.
We are in trial part 1 right here.
We are in trial part 1.
Yeah. So what happened?
What happened? We showed up. Okay, basic fundamentals. There was a science experiment. This dude named Albert Harebrain tried to teleport a dude. The machine exploded, and when the dust settled, the guy who was in the teleporter was both dead and not at the teleporter anymore.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of confusion over, like, how did he die? Did the teleportation experiment succeed? Are we in like sci-fi steampunk world now officially?
Yeah, and the prosecution is actually trying to argue that the experiment succeeded, and we are stuck in this limbo. I'm sorry I'm interrupting you, but we're like stuck in this limbo of like, did he or didn't he, right?
Yeah, there's this like big sort of dichotomy that's formed between what are we as lawyers supposed to do? Because one, we're trying to defend Mr. Harebrain from the allegations of murdering and using this science experiment as a front to do it, to try and get away with it for like grant money. But also, every attempt we've made so far to discredit the prosecution has inevitably gone into accidentally attempting to disprove the experiment's realness, which Professor Harebrain really does not want us to do.
It's a very interesting conundrum.
We're stuck in this like rift between protecting Professor Harebrain's life and protecting his livelihood.
Yeah. And I don't...
It rules, but also it stinks for us.
Oh yeah, it's a really cool setup. It's a really cool setup. I feel like it's a more like they're definitely leaning into this is a latter part of a game, right? Like we're increasing the difficulty level, or at least the perception of difficulty, right? Like the perception of here's what's going on and here's what we have to do, and like here's the scenario. I don't know, I really like it. I kind of like the setup. I like the complexity of it. I'm not sure about this jury. They're a little silly, but that's my problem and not anyone else's. You're right, though. We haven't had to do a summation examination yet, so I can't really get mad. I really can't, like... I'm fine. I can't get mad. Okay. Well, that said, let's jump back in, shall we? Shall we? Oh, wait. I need to share the screen, don't I? Let me do the thing. I'm doing the thing. Oh god.
I'm glad you're detecting my subtle cues as to that being a problem.
You're good. I always forget to share the screen. It's part of the Ascella experience. Honestly. Yeah. If I remember to share the screen before the stream, something is horribly wrong. Like, something is mentally or emotionally wrong with me, you know?
Like, one thing must go wrong, but we've safely contained it to something mundane, like forgetting to let me see.
Yeah. And, like, do you really need to see? Like,
I don't really need to see.
You've been through the game before. You've got it memorized. Who, like...
Most of it, yeah.
Yeah. So, really? Is it a need or is it a want, you know? Just...
It's an accessibility feature.
Okay, that's fair. I'll try to be accessible around here. Except I really need to put captions on the stream. I just don't know where to put them. So, working on that, for those of you who would like captions, I'm working on that. Yeah.
The other added benefit is I get to hear the music, which I like.
Yeah, but there's no music right now, unfortunately, because I'm an idiot and I always leave it on screens that don't have music when we're talking. Sorry.
Guess we better start playing.
I guess so. All right, so it's October 23rd. We're in the defendant's antechamber. We have just taken a recess for I forgot what reason. Why did we take a recess?
The prosecution is preparing witnesses who shall speak on the experiment.
Gotcha.
And, like, because they watched it.
Oh, Hairbrain is flipping.
Oh, it's been a month. I forgot all the voices.
I know. I was like, how do you voice him anyway? He's like Natsume, but like slightly less neurotic, more different neurotic, a little nerdy.
Hey, he's like Nerdsume.
Think like Ghostbusters, you know? If that helps. The movie. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, wait, sorry. I thought this was Naruhodo talking to Mr. Hairbrain, not Mr. Hairbrain talking to Naruhodo. That was just me completely misinterpreting who's talking. I'm sorry.
You're good. We're doing great. We're doing great, guys. We're so back.
So back.
We are so back.
The true experience is returned.
With no background music, we're good at this. God.
Mr. Naruhodo.
There you go.
What on earth were you playing at just now? Or rather, what on earth were you playing at all along?
Oh no.
My hypothesis! My amazing hypothesis! You've been picking holes in it from the start!
Well, that's because the prosecution thinks you're right, sweetheart. Sorry about that.
But you promised me!
Oh god, ethics.
You said you'd prove that dreaded explosion was an accident, not murder! You said you'd keep my precious invention from falling into anyone else's hands!
I'm not sure I actually said that specifically.
But all you've done so far is try to undermine me!
Oh no. Yes, I did make you a promise. You're right. I said that I'd believe in you and fight for your freedom to the very end. But I also told you I was no scientist. I don't understand your hypothesis. The fact is, there's an undeniable flaw in your logic, isn't there? Oh god.
If I just run through some equations... Yes, you see, it's because my work is incomplete.
Oh my god, this man. This man. Impossible. Perhaps it is. Nevertheless, a man died as a consequence, didn't he? Dang, I knew that would stop him.
Oh. Oh, no! You're right. You're so right. It's all my fault.
What is this music?
This is the good stuff.
Ooh, I like this track!
These are a few of my favorite things.
What is this track? This is so good. Is this somebody's theme? Or is it just one of the general like shit going down themes? I love it. Sorry, did you already read this? Because I'm like flipping
Yeah,
out.
I did.
Okay, cool.
And I have no right to blame you for my failures. I'm a disaster, not just as a scientist, but as a human being.
In orange, no less.
An orange human being.
Well, that might be a little over the top.
While we're on the subject, what about Baroque? He's being awful.
Claiming his old university friend to be a murderer, you mean?
He's a disaster, not just as a prosecutor, but as a human being.
We knew!
Oh, but no, wait. He's the Reaper, isn't he? Perhaps he's not classified as Homo sapiens anymore.
I'm sorry? Glad that's cleared up.
Also, just as a bonus to provide you with some musical context, this theme is called Shattered Formulas. So,
Oh. I love it.
this is his being sad theme.
I love it.
It's really good.
It is good. It's really good. I'm gonna have to... Is this soundtrack on, like, Spotify? I'm gonna have to go listen to it.
I don't know what Spotify works like. I've never used it.
Oh, I'm obsessed with Spotify. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Can I double check something with you?
Yes? What?
The machine and the demonstration you prepared, they were based entirely on your hypothesis, I presume. There was no trickery involved. Oh god, not dots. Oh god.
Drew the plans for the machine with my very own hand. Every line was as painstakingly drawn with the firm belief that science is the only future. So yes, it's true that my hypothesis hasn't reached maturity yet, but please, Mr. Naruhodo, you must believe in it.
Gosh. Alright, Professor. I understand.
Counsel, defendant.
Got a different bailiff every time.
The prosecution's witnesses are ready to take the stand. Court is about to be in session again.
Ah! Okay, here we go.
Make your way into the courtroom, please.
Here we go. I'm a little nervous. We don't have help this time. It all hinges on that demonstration. If the professor's hypothesis is sound, as he claims, it leaves him as the only person who could possibly have killed the victim. But on the other hand, Mr. Sholmes was adamant.
Practical implementation, such as was attempted by the professor at the Great Exhibition, is quite impossible.
Thanks, Sholmes. Those Sholmes
You're
inside my
welcome.
head. The Sholmes inside my head is talking to me right now. I'm hearing voices, oh god. So really, what should I be trying to prove here? Here we go. I want to go back to that music. The music was good. Alright, we're in the courtroom. Here we go. Hi, Van Zeeks. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby reconvene the proceedings of this court. Counsels for the defense and prosecution, are you ready for the new witnesses to testify?
The prosecution is ready, my lord.
As is the defense, my lord. So, Lord Van Zeeks, I believe these next witnesses saw the demonstration on the day in question with their own eyes.
Indeed, they did. And as luck would have it, one of them is a police detective.
Oh, Lord.
So the testimony we are about to hear can be considered highly reliable.
Perfect. A detective of all people.
The prosecution's stance remains unchanged. Though it ended in tragedy, the demonstration on the day in question was scientifically sound. And consequently, the sole person with the opportunity to have committed this act of murder is the only other individual to have been present on the stage at the time, the accused.
Dramatic. Thank you, counsel. The prosecution's position is clear. So, bring forth your witnesses now.
It's a good thing we didn't have to tell them our position.
Yeah, because our
'Cause
position
it is not clear at all.
Ooh.
Bailiff, show the witnesses in.
Save me from what I'm about to have to do.
Don't worry.
The witnesses whose proximity to the incident on the day in question will clarify the truth unequivocally.
Okay, unequivocally, he says.
This is gonna be equivocal as heck.
Oh my god. Who are these? Oh, Jesus. Save me. Oh, no.
Witnesses, state your names and occupations for the court to hear.
I cannot with this.
My name is Balthazar Loon.
Oh my god, his name is Balloon. I hate this.
I am the impresario of all the hot air balloons in vicinity of the experimental stage.
Uh-huh.
You wanna be the Prince of Denmark, or should I be?
You could be the prince. Go
Oh
for
boy,
it.
I gotta be the little heckin' German boy in the cave.
Yep.
Alright, here we go. My name is Wilhelm Gottfried Sigismund Ormstein. I have come to see the great exhibition all the way from my home in Bohemia.
Oh god, not Bohemia. Are you kidding me? I've read too much Sherlock Holmes for this.
This is actually him.
Yeah.
Ornstein and all. I'm very rich.
Noted? Ay, Jesus. Oh, God. Hi, Gina. Inspector Gina Lestrade, Scotland Yard. I'm a great detective. Even Sherlock Sholmes agrees. I was on security duty at the exhibition, and I got to go up in one of them balloons. It was amazing. Mysteriously wealthy little German boy, I love you. Gina, again. But she did mention that she'd seen the disaster from up in a balloon, actually, didn't she? And she clearly loved every minute of it.
With 3 balloons flying near the public experimentation stage when the incident occurred. 2 of these witnesses were in one such balloon at the time and saw events unfold from the skies above.
Can't handle this.
You make it sound like they were in the clouds. It was only an altitude of circa 60 feet. Very low.
Oh my god. Well, you can't see nothing if you fly too high, can ya? 60 feet. About 18 meters then. Thank you for your introductions. Now, you will give your formal testimony for the court, and I, as the defense, will cry. Kindly describe exactly what you witnessed, especially those of you who had a vantage point above the stage. Witness testimony. There we go. All right. The view from 60 feet up. All right.
It was an incident terrible. I am only grateful that my balloons were not damaged.
There's this huge bang from the stage, and then the next second, another bang in the sky beside us.
And from amid the smoke, a cage appeared out of nowhere.
The cage, it fell from the sky like a stone and crashed into the crystal tower.
I didn't get a good look inside the cage, but no one went near it after it crashed into the tower. Oh, God. Everyone at this witness stand has money. A most extraordinary collective account, I must say. And it told us absolutely nothing, I want to point out. Told us nothing. Could I just clarify something? There's a detail in the witness's testimony that I've not heard any mention of until now. Specifically, that there were 2 explosions.
More precisely, 2 explosions in 2 separate places, yes. When the demonstration began, the balloon carrying the 2 witnesses was around here. There were other balloons in the air nearby at the time, carrying other passengers as well, to be clear. Then, as power was supplied to the machine for the demonstration, the first explosion occurred. The so-called bird cage that contained the victim disappeared from the stage, and a moment later, the second explosion occurred directly adjacent to the balloon carrying the witnesses. The birdcage appeared at the site of the explosion, subsequently to plummet down into the crystal tower.
I was very surprised. Suddenly a cage appeared before my eyes with a person inside. The blast was so hot, but I didn't want to miss a thing, so I kept my eyes wide. I still have lots of money.
We noticed! The judge is just like, the frick is going on here? Precisely who is this curious infant? Infant.
Son of the King of Bohemia from the Sherlock books.
Oh my god.
I'm told he is a young noble of Bohemian royalty.
Oh my god.
Apparently, he disguised himself in order to steal unnoticed into the Great Exhibition.
Just out him, my dude.
Yeah, I am here in London on a sightseeing trip with my elementary school.
Good god.
It's like this childish equivalent of the actual, like, Sholmes story in line of him.
We will have the benefit of a child's point of view in the testimony.
The benefits?
The benefit.
The benefit.
Do we really need that? Yeah.
When I remove my mask, this is what I look like.
Ah, yes. I see. A delightful face, I'm sure.
Yeah, everybody says so.
God. Great disguise, then.
The point is, the testimony of these witnesses further substantiates the facts for the court.
Does it?
Namely, that despite ending in an explosion, instantaneous kinesis was successfully demonstrated.
Oh my god.
And furthermore, that until the arrival of the police, no one approached the crystal tower where the victim fell.
I had a headache before we started this stream, and this is giving me more of one. Oh, there he goes.
Therefore, only the accused, who was with Mr. Asman on the stage, could possibly have committed the murder.
Is there any room here for this to not be murder? Can this just be like manslaughter? Because I think it's just manslaughter. Like, isn't it?
No, well, okay. From the prosecution's perspective, no, because the objective was to kill him to get the grant money.
Well,
So,
okay.
like, the motive requires murder.
But like, if we're arguing from our end of things, it's just manslaughter.
Not even, it's just an accident.
But that's manslaughter, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think Albert had any malicious intent.
No, you don't have to have intent for manslaughter.
What?
Yeah!
Oh man, I've been lied to on my heckin' court dramas.
I don't think you have to have a motive for manslaughter. I think that's the point. It's not like murder, it's just manslaughter. It's like diet murder. I don't know. Like...
Yes, it is, but I always thought manslaughter was like assault wherein the person accidentally dies.
Oh, interesting. Zen says just manslaughter is the name of my black metal band.
Okay, so I've looked up manslaughter on Wikipedia, and it's given me a few
Never mind, I
versions.
gotta go with diet murder. Thanks, Zen. Diet murder.
Voluntary manslaughter is when there's an intent to kill or seriously harm, but acted in the moment under circumstances that could cause a reasonable person to become emotionally or mentally disturbed. Basically, if you had like extreme provocation,
Yeah, that's
and
voluntary
just sort
though.
of lost it, that's voluntary manslaughter. Assisted suicide also counts, apparently.
Oh, wow, we're getting deep here.
Involuntary manslaughter is killing of a human being without intent of doing so, divided into either constructive or criminally negligent.
So it's criminally negligent involuntary manslaughter.
I guess,
best.
yeah, okay. Yeah. If we really want to make this a form of manslaughter, criminally negligent would probably be it.
I'm sorry, we're getting in the weeds. My bad. Lark is trying to explain it to us too. It's fine. He committed the murder. It's manslaughter. I just want him to use the correct terminology because he's wrong. And he's not wrong from his perspective. From his perspective, he thinks it's murder. I get that. He thinks there was intent and motive and blah, 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 blah. But from our end of things, the best we can do right now is involuntary manslaughter.
Yeah.
Like, at the moment, we got no proof that somebody else did this. So we're like, how intentional your neighbor getting flattened by the tree you chopped down was.
That's a good sliding scale of
Oops.
possibility.
Don't talk about my neighbors.
Don't even bring up like tree law.
I was about to say tree law. Oh, I need to tell you about my tree law experience at some point.
It's good to be back.
Tree law experience though. Oh God. Tree law does go crazy. Oh. Yes, thank you. I can't even stop laughing. Yes, thank you, counsel. The prosecution's view on the matter are quite clear. Don't ask us for ours. So, the defense's cross-examination now, please. All right. Yes, my lord. Come on, Ryunosuke. You can do this. I say you, it's me, but, you know.
Thankfully, we don't have to, like, answer for ourselves that much, because the burden of proof is, like, a prosecution thing.
Yeah, it's true. All right, let's press this for whatever fucking reason. I can't imagine what we're going to get out of this. There were 3 balloons flying above the experimentation stage at the time, I understand.
Si, all 3 of them, my bellissimi bambini.
Oh my god, I just looked at his hat with the hot air balloon
Yeah.
jet of flames on it. How is his hat not taking off? I need to know.
They're very popular, senor. Some people will pay £10 for one ride.
10 pounds? That's more than my annual stipend.
£20 a month. That is my pocket money.
Okay, you're rich, we get it. Royals have all the luck. I got up there for free, I did. Play the old, I work for Her Majesty's police card, you know. Detectives have all the luck.
You don't even want to go up there, you're afraid of heights.
If they're so popular, why would you only be operating such a small number of balloons, though?
Because if I have too many in the skies, they could crash into each other. The operators for the balloons were decided by lots, with each operator maintaining a particular area. That's fair. See, in the zone above public experimentation stage is the most profitable.
The other impresarios, they hate me.
Thank you, witness. I think the court has a clear picture of the arrangements for balloon rides at the exhibition, which means nothing to me right now. Perhaps we could hear more about what you actually witnessed of the incident. Right. I can fill you in there, my lord. Thanks, Gina. We're gonna press anyway. Hold it, Gina. So you actually saw the accident happen from up in the air? Yup. Ain't it amazing what a detective gets to do, eh? I'm telling you, Odo, being a lawyer is a mug's game. You should join the force and we can go flying together. Well, I gotta win this case first, sweetie. You know me so well. Yes, well, anyway, could you tell us exactly what you saw, do you think? Everything. We saw everything because we were up above it all. That dodgy cove climbing into that cage, and that dodgy professor pulling all them levers. And that's when it happened. That's when there was that massive bang and the cage disappeared, just like that. You are describing the moment the subject's body was decomposed by the electricity, I believe. I didn't know what to make of it. But then there was another bang, right in the air. I looked round, and there was a huge great fireball right next to us in the sky. And there was nothing there before. Hello. Would you like to say something, sir?
Excuse me.
Master Gods, does your memory of the day differ? Oh, jeez.
My teacher at elementary school said that when you meet someone for the first time, you should always use their full name.
Yes. What was it again? Why is this kid so rude?
Wilhelm Gottfried Sigismund Ormstein. Ormstein? Frick.
Should be Anya.
Dang it!
Just the 4 names then. The point is, do you have something to say? Something to add in response to Detective Gina Lestrade's last remark, perhaps? Oi, get it right, Odo. It's Inspector Lestrade. Why does everyone have a problem with how I address them at the moment?
That is not what I saw.
Oh?
Yeah, there was a second explosion and it was right beside our balloon. That is true. But I'm sure...
Which is what I said, innit? 1 minute there was nothing there, the next a massive explosion.
My teacher at elementary school said that when someone else is speaking,
Good gosh.
if you are rude enough to interrupt, you will have the most awful life imaginable.
Are all Bohemians brought up to be so full of joy?
Just before the second explosion happened next to our balloon, I clearly witnessed a green balloon flying in the sky.
A green balloon? Eh? You what? I never saw nothing like that.
Well, I did. I saw it. And you can't say I didn't. I will then complain to the council. I will cry and scream.
Okay, small child.
My testimony is the truth. I am Bohemian Prince. You cannot say it's a lie. That is not allowed.
Playing the bleeding royalty card, are ya? Typical. Says the orphan who likes to remind people she works for Her Majesty's police. Rude. In that case, young man, I must ask you to amend your formal testimony. In the interests of cordial national relations between Great Britain and Bohemia.
It was not the sky that exploded. It was a green balloon that was next to us at the time.
Press. A green balloon, you say? Are you sure about that?
Of course I am sure. I am proud Bohemian prince. All these questions are making me boring.
I think you mean bored?
Ah, English is very annoying. The language of my countrymen is far superior.
Ragazzo, it is very wrong to lie.
Lie?
Flying balloons never explode. For the same reason the planet never explodes. It is logical.
Please tell me that doesn't mean logical.
If you insult me, you insult all of Bohemia.
Oh, great. We have an international incident on the stand. Love that for us.
Madai.
I will have the army come and shoot all of your stupid balloons out of the sky. All of them.
Child. Child. Child.
Here you are, your highness.
Swear to gravy. If only all international incidents were so easily resolved.
Now that peaceful relations have been restored here in the courtroom, perhaps you could return to the testimony.
I was trying to press.
Did you also see the moment that the cage materialized, Mr. Loon? No, I did not see the explosion in myself. However,
God, I hate this. I don't hate it. Hold it. Did you see that actually happen?
no. In reality, I did not. I saw after it hit the tower. There was a grand confusion around the stage. I ran to see what had happened. I was terrorized by the idea that one of my balloons had crashed.
I suppose they are his livelihood.
But when I looked up to the sky, all my precious balloons were still there.
I saw it, though. I saw it slam into the tower. After all, I am a detective now. Then tell us what you saw, Inspector Lestrade. That's what I like to hear. Swear these people.
Hold it!
Was it you who gave the order to keep people away? Eh? Use your head, Odo. How could it have been me? I was up in a balloon, weren't I? Right. So, because I weren't available, it was the boss who had to leg it over there. It was getting shoved and kicked all over by the panicking spectators as he tried to seal off the scene. I can't talk. It was a real sight to behold, I can tell ya. Amazing. Poor Inspector Gregson. So anyway, I couldn't see the cage that well because of all the smoke. And I didn't really want to see, to be honest. I was scared out of me wits. Keep it together, Inspector. The prosecution really is asserting that the demonstration was genuine. But what if it was actually some kind of switch-around trick instead? That would mean that the victim was never actually on the stage in the first place. The two explosions would have thrown everyone watching into a panic for sure. I think I need to find out more about what exactly people saw at the time. Oh my god, I already pressed. Okay. Alright, I pressed this one.
You pressed all of them.
I did. This testimony got interrupted. But let's see what we can hold up. Okay. Okay, hear me out. This is a piece of the balloon that exploded. So I can present this on the other testimony about the other balloon? Maybe?
Maybe.
Or I'm thinking... Uh-huh, go ahead.
Yeah, because I'm... What are the things people said? Just want to read them.
Yeah.
Like, this is fine. This is normal.
Okay, so this one, I'm grateful the balloons were not damaged. So I could present it on this one that there was a damaged balloon of some kind.
Probably.
And then Gina says bang and then another bang. And then he said it was a green balloon. So I feel like we could present the green balloon piece, the green canvas on either of those. Right? Don't you think?
Makes sense.
Is it...
Which one are we going for?
I don't know.
This one feels more contradiction-y, and the GOTS one feels more agree-y.
So we want to go contradiction then.
Probably. It makes more sense when we yell objection that way.
Yeah. Okay, let's try and see what happens. I'm gonna examine it and make sure there's nothing we need to talk about it, see anything about it. Okay. Well, let's try it and see what happens.
Let's try it.
Let's try it out.
Music stopped. That's a good sign.
Yep. And we're in an ad break. Oh no, ad break in 5 minutes. Cool. Mr. Loon,
Okay.
in your testimony, you said that all 3 of the balloons you had operating at the time were undamaged.
See, that is correct. If they had been caught in the explosiones, it would have been terrible. Sorry, terrible.
I wonder if you might know what this is.
Ah, I think it may be... See, part of a balloon, a burnt piece of the fabric of the envelope.
Sorry, the envelope.
Pardon, that is the large round part of the balloon which becomes filled with hot air. It is made from very thick fabric lined with rubber. You do not want to rip when you are in the sky.
Just as I thought. This piece of cloth was found near the experimentation stage. In other words, as Master Gotts testified, a green balloon did indeed explode that day.
Eh?
Oh, now you're sweating! Why you lying? Okay. If all the balloons in the sky above the experimentation stage belonged to you, Mr. Loon, then your statement that they were all undamaged clearly contradicts the evidence.
No!
Oh my god, he's standing on a box. Kill me.
If a balloon exploded that day, why did the man say so?
Maybe everyone on board was killed.
Oh no, haven't you spent 10 whole pounds for the experience? How awful. Seems to me like those things crash 50% of the time anyway.
Oh god!
The instantaneous kinesis did occur, but after the explosion on the stage.
Fanzeeks, you're insane.
The point of materialization shifted to a location occupied by a balloon.
Oh, okay. Causing the balloon to explode. Yes, eminently plausible. No? Oh,
You got telefragged.
guess so.
An unfortunate trap.
God. Oh my god.
I don't know why that got me.
We got exception. Exception's dead
I've
from
got
an unfortunate traffic accident.
Shout outs to packet prioritization and network architecture.
An unfortunate traffic accident, as it were, but it changes nothing about the pertinent facts.
Hold it. Okay.
This I cannot accept.
Oh my god. Why not, Mr. Loon?
You are suggesting that I am a liar. The person's died in a balloon incident.
There's no need to get fired up, Mr. Loon. The victim was the sole fatality that day.
Fired up. I hate you.
That's right, and I prove it. Balthazar Loon is not a liar. There was no such balloon in the sky. It is not possible.
You're saying it's impossible. Why?
This court has more important matters to discuss than the number of balloons that were operating that day.
Okay, Van Zeeks.
Objection.
Oh, we are fighting now. But we can't ignore the fact that nobody appears to have known anything about this other balloon until now. My lord, the defense calls for further testimony from Mr. Loon. I concur. There is clearly more to the truth here than meets the eye. It's imperative that we clear up the issue of this phantom balloon, I feel. Witness, you will give supplementary testimony about the balloons you were operating at the exhibition.
Grazie, my lord.
I hate this.
What's wrong with it?
This man. Mr. Loon's balloons. Kill me.
As I said, Balthazar Loon is no liar. Every balloon I had in the sky landed safely. All 3 of my balloons were carrying passengers. If they fell to the ground in an explosion, it was a catastrophe.
But you can't get away from the fact that a burnt-up bit of cloth was found at the scene, can ya? The coppers at the yard reckoned it was probably some debris thrown from the explosion on the stage.
This stupid Origazzo is mistaken. My balloons have the red and blue zigzag stripes anyway.
You're holding a green balloon. I'm not sure I believe you. So your assertion is that the balloon this child saw was not one belonging to you?
Si, exactamente. If he even saw a balloon in the first place. I do not like the sound of it. It is very bad for business. I have a good mind to sue the land of Bohemia.
Oh, good grief.
If you attack us, we will fight back. It will be war, all out war.
I can't with this. We are taking a quick ad break while I lose my mind. What happened to all out war? Okay, I'll stop there. But anyway, this little ragamuffin from Bohemia, this rascal. I'm drinking water. It's very
Wild
tasty.
times.
Hydrating.
Speaking of me looking up stuff on Wikipedia about words and their meanings, I guess I can share a story of some amount of interest.
We like stories. We do.
For no reason in particular, just wild abandon, I decided to look up or reach a list of English words of Yiddish origin, which is a particular page on Wikipedia.
Okay.
And like, there's ones that I think are entirely obvious, like, you know, the concept of a dreidel, the golem, chutzpah, words of that nature. But there were also a lot that I didn't realize, which were really interesting.
Okay.
Of particular interest to me was like glitch.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
It's also just like the pronunciation of many of these words are just really fun.
Oh yeah.
It's a very fun language to pronounce, in my opinion.
We have gone off the rails today.
Also, like Bupkis, that's a fun one.
Bupkis is good, yeah. That's an
Bupkis
old
is
one.
a good one. It's a good one.
It's a good one.
Klutz,
Klutz, okay.
bagel.
Yeah, bagel,
I mean,
yeah.
it's just a bagel. If you know culinary history, that one's probably more obvious to a person.
Yeah.
Schnoz, as in like nose. That's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah, I've used that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. What led you to this Wikipedia page?
Independence Day. Like the movie.
The movie. Why were you looking up the movie Independence Day?
Because you talked about it last time when arguing about how I should be doing Hairbrain's voice. And it occurred to me that I didn't really remember how that voice went. And that put me on a rabbit hole of figuring that out. Going to a secret-based John Boy's documentary about that one guy who really just wanted to nuke the aliens for the entire movie.
Oh my god.
Which tangented in that documentary to the word schlemiel, which made me look that up, which taught me about the like schlemazel like comedy structure of a Jewish joke, which then led me to the Wikipedia article. There's a direct through line from that stream to this moment right now.
Good grief. I have failed you as a friend, exception.
What?
I've just sent you down too many rabbit holes and will never get you back.
I had to do something. We didn't get the stream together for several weeks.
So you just looked up Yiddish for several weeks?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. What the heck? That's so funny. Yeah, the Wikipedia wormhole, the rabbit hole, But you didn't end up at... Never mind. Isn't it that, like... Never mind. I always end up at serial killers. That's where I always end up when I get stuck on Wikipedia. I always end up in serial killers. Yeah. I don't know why. I just get there. It's not intentional.
What's that like Wikipedia singularity thing?
Oh, I don't know. I just always... Yeah, every article is 5 degrees away from Hitler, etc. Yeah.
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about the one where if you click on like the first link of every Wikipedia article and then keep doing that, you'll eventually get to like philosophy.
Philosophy.
Yeah, you take whatever
one?
Wikipedia article. Well, it goes in like a cycle of like 5 or whatever. It's like that one math like puzzle/theorem game that also does something like this. But like I've opened up Singularity, the Wikipedia article. First link goes to mathematical singularity, then that goes to mathematics. Next one up there is theories. Theories actually like tabs me down to mathematical in the same article. From there it goes to set theory, then mathematical logic, then formal logic, which goes to formal systems, which goes to abstract structure, which goes to math. Okay, so going from theories, but then you have to like actually pick the next one in line. A theory, it involves logical reasoning, is a mental, thinks, refers to cognitive, is the action in philosophy, and action is, there we go, we've reached philosophy.
I want to play that game where you gotta race to a specific page using only the in article links. Yeah, that would be fun. We should do that on stream sometime, guys. My last Wikipedia drive led me to discover the Dragonheart movies had a dragon named Griffin. I remember you being mad about that the other day. A dragon named Griffin. It's a little anger-inducing, isn't it? That's a totally different mythological creature.
Wikipedia : getting to philosophy is a Wikipedia page about this.
Oh my god.
Following the first hyperlink in the main text of an English Wikipedia article and then repeating the process for subsequent articles usually leads to the philosophy article. In February 2016, this was true for 97% of all articles on Wikipedia, an increase from 94.52% in 2011. This also includes this article.
Oh my god. Okay, Wikipedia, you're the man. Hi, Pianui! Cat pic, gotcha. Pianui, I can't send you the cat pic that we took today because it has my face in it. I'm sorry. I'll take another one. It has my face in it. I guess I could put, like, my face over my face. I was kissing Taletta on the head because she was being cute. She was being adorable. She had a bath today. Taletta had a bath. Okay, back to the balloons. Mr. Loon certainly doesn't appear to be lying. Yeah, please don't dock yourself. Yeah, I'm sorry, I won't dox myself. But that doesn't change the fact that the testimony and evidence are contradictory here.
If the defense is unable to find fault with the witnesses' statements, the court must consider them the truth.
I hate you.
Think long and hard on that, my learned friend.
You are such a rude piece of work sometimes. The situation has clearly changed now. I have to get to the bottom of what happened here, no matter what it takes. Oh, here's the judgy. Counsel, you may now cross-examine the witnesses, including the little bohemian boy. Cross-examination.
The Colette's conjecture. That's what I was thinking of earlier.
We've lost Exception, guys.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, you were watching a friend start Blueprints. You gotta watch Exception play it soon.
Yeah, I was gonna do it, but then I didn't do it because I'm doing business deals behind the scenes.
Business.
I'll probably do it tomorrow.
Blueprints tomorrow?
Probably.
I'll try to tune in. I want to watch.
Cool.
I was gonna watch. There's a Corpo streamer that played it that is also very nerd, and I was gonna watch it, but then I was like, wait, Exception might play it, so I decided not to watch it, and I'm gonna watch you play it first.
I'm a Corpo streamer almost technically.
Almost technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Internet television is not currently an officially recognized company, but we will be eventually.
We will be eventually. Oh, Mr. Loon's balloons. Here we go. I'm gonna press you and I'm sorry. Hold it.
Forgiven.
You couldn't just have forgotten one, maybe? Oh god, Ryunosuke, you're stupid.
Signor. I might not notice if I was given 100 lentils and one was missing.
What? We are talking about 3 enormous balloons.
Do you believe I could make a mistake about something so grand and expensive? I took the liberty of having Inspector Gregson check this gentleman's warehouse. I have the report here. It clearly says a total of 3 balloons.
It would appear no mistake has been made then. Surely Miss Lestrade could have been sent for such a menial task. What, me? I'll tell you what I told the boss. East End kids like me can only count up to 2. Obviously that ain't true, but the boss bought it and said he'd have a go himself in that case. Yeah, me too, Ryunosuke. Oh, I can't believe we're pressing. This is so bad. This is going so poorly! It would be quite a catastrophe if they fell to the ground for any reason, I think. On that note, Mr. Loon, tell me, what is it that keeps these balloons in the sky? Oh god, we're learning physics. Cool.
Back to the science.
Are you an idiot?
Sorry?
That is like asking, why does a candle burn bright? It burns bright because it burns bright, and a balloon flies because it flies. What else?
I'm sorry? I'm sorry? That must be Italian for I don't know.
There are two types of flying balloons. Hot air balloons and gas balloons. Hot air balloons work on the principle of hot air being less dense than cold air. Whereas gas balloons derive their lift by using a gas that is lighter than air.
Thanks, Fanzeeks. Appreciate you.
See, and my balloons are filled with the magic gas, I believe.
Hydrogen. Lighter than air, but highly explosive.
Good lord.
I should really switch to helium. I do not permit smoking of the cigarettes in any of my balloons. The magic gas does not like fire.
Even a small spark of static electricity could cause the entire balloon to explode.
What is the matter with you, Signor? All that comes out of your mouth is explosion, explosion! I tell you, my balloons are perfectly safe. They have to be, or I cannot eat! None of my balloons exploded that day. I'm completely sure. But if you still say that is what happened, you must show me the proof.
Alright. So Mr. Loon had 3 balloons in the air that day. If none of them were damaged, then what was the one that exploded? What are you making this dumb face for, Renosuke? I hate this. It's fine. I was surprised to find a piece of the fabric still at the okay. Let me try this sentence again. I was surprised to find the piece of fabric still at the scene, actually. Didn't you search the area surrounding the stage for clues? Nah, I'm not into picking stuff off the ground, me. Always works out way better diving into people's pockets instead. So much for the new career path. Mind you, the boss was on his hands and knees picking up all kinds of rubbish from the floor. Thing is, though, the cage went crashing into the crystal tower, didn't it? So that's where most of the investigating was going on. Even so, I would have thought someone from Scotland Yard would have gathered it up as evidence. Cord, listen to ya. You stumble across a bit of balloon and suddenly you're the best investigator in the world. Pardon? Well, you ain't got a badge, have ya? Like this one. I could arrest you with this if I wanted to. I wouldn't put it past her. Come to think of it, there was talk of some scorching on the ground at a meeting we had about the investigation. Oh, and new statement! Let's go. Okay, wait, no, this isn't new.
That's the same one.
The coppers at the yard reckoned it was probably some debris thrown from the explosion on the stage. No, because this was the other one. Yeah. So we can press this one. Hold it! There was a considerable... Oh my god. I can't read! Sorry. There was considerable damage to the stage and surrounding area, wasn't there? Yeah, some of the cops that were watching the experiment were caught in the blast and injured. Good job on the old contraption didn't keel over, eh? I hadn't even considered that.
It seems there was great panic after the incident occurred. Nevertheless, the police shouldn't have missed a torn piece of the envelope from a balloon. Inspector Gregson can expect repercussions.
Ah, Vinceeks! Like me swiping all his fish and chips, eh? The man's sole pleasure.
None of this matters. That scrap of balloon envelope means nothing. Niente.
Objection! Hello,
We got
Goblin!
an object.
Hello.
Objection permanence.
Oh. Okay, we will press again. Hold it! You mean the color is wrong?
Si, signor. I do not have any green balloons in my warehouse.
And yet, a piece of green cloth was found at the scene, and it's unmistakably from a balloon.
Well, I do not know how that can be.
You are lying! Why are you lying, and how do I prove it?
For the sake of argument, let's say that a green balloon did explode above the stage. You couldn't therefore conclude that it happened on the day in question.
Why not?
There have been recreational balloon flights over Hyde Park operating from before the Great Exhibition. One could have exploded on some earlier date. Unfortunate, I'm sure you agree.
You believe it may have been from some earlier balloon accident that predates the exhibition?
Why have we heard of no such explosion?
Right.
Si, exactamente. As the senor says, it is not from one of my balloons. Clearly, this little ragazzo from Bohemia is mistaken about what he saw.
Oh boy! He mad! He angry!
Excuse me.
Is something wrong, Master Gods?
It's Master Wilhelm Gottfried Sigismund Ornstein!
It was on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, something is very wrong. I know what I saw. There was a green balloon there. I swear it. I swear all over Bohemia.
You can speak as much bad language as you like, but it changes nothing. If you do not have evidence, ragazzo, then I must tell your parents to punish you, eh?
Perhaps we'll let the judge decide when it comes to punishments.
Evidence? What is this evidence?
To give a simple example, young man. A photograph, for instance. Some tangible proof of what you claim.
Well, why didn't you say so sooner? I have the photograph here.
Oh, convenient! Thank you! Good gracious! He always says good gracious. What?
I had not been up in a balloon for a little while, so I was very excited. I took lots and lots of photographs
This kid.
of the Crystal Tower, of the Bohemian exhibit, of the streets of London, of the hot eel cellar, the balloon.
Hot eel? What?
Hot eels.
And the instantaneous kinesis experiment. Did you take a picture of that?
Yeah, one picture.
Really? You did take one.
But all I wanted was a ride in a balloon. I was not interested in boring experiments.
Never mind that. Can you show us that photograph?
Of course, and there you will see. Then you will see. You will see that I am not lying, that I really did see a green balloon. Ooh.
Okay.
Well, I see you're all too shocked to speak.
Yes, I think shocked is indeed the word, young man.
Yeah, perhaps you cannot see that there was a green balloon from this photograph, but... But that is not my fault! That is the fault of the stupid person who made the camera!
Wow. That is one very bohemian sounding cry.
I do not know how to make a cry sound bohemian.
Very well, the court will accept this photograph as evidence.
I'm not even sure how to pronounce an umlauted A. I don't know that much about advanced pronunciations like this.
I don't either.
It's not my fault. It's the fault of the person who made the camera.
Well, never mind. I'm sure you have plenty of wonderful sepia memories to take home with you. In any case, when exactly did you take that photograph?
Well, it was on the day of the big explosion.
You don't say.
When I pressed the shutter release, there was this very loud bang.
Oh, okay.
And a hot wind rushed over my face.
That means this photograph was taken a split second before the explosion occurred.
Well, if you ask me, this black and white photograph changes nothing. I could not give the flying fig.
Okay. Lovely language you've picked up. As I thought, Mr. Loon's testimony just doesn't quite add up, and he's mad about it too. The young bohemian boy claims to have seen another fourth balloon, but Mr. Loon vehemently denies the possibility. And it's hard to imagine the man in charge could be mistaken about the number that were in the air. Still, this inconsistency must tell us something, I'm sure. Here we go. Ah. Okay. Looking at the evidence, right? Now we have this photograph. There he is pulling the lever. There he is in the cage. There's all the people. There's something shooting out of the thing. Look, there's something shooting out toward the balloon. I don't know how I can do anything with that, but that's what I'm seeing. What would you do?
I would show Loon proof that there's a heckin' fourth balloon.
So on a different statement. Ah, maybe this one, because the other balloon doesn't have passengers, right? So this balloon doesn't have passengers. We can at least
As
present
a
it here.
passengerless balloon.
Okay. Let's present this one and see what happens.
What happens is the truth.
Fortunately, the photograph Master Gotts can't tell us the color of the balloon, but it can tell us something else, something crucially important.
What?
Dramatic pause. It shows that the pictured balloon wasn't carrying any passengers. Ah, my goodness, you're right. But surely all the balloons would have been carrying passengers. There would be no sense in it otherwise.
See, they are for pleasure, for seeing the view. My balloons only fly with passengers.
Which tells us that the pictured balloon isn't one of them. So when the incident occurred that day, there was a fourth balloon in the skies above the experimentation stage. The mysterious green balloon. Oh, look at our music.
I do nothing. Niente. I can only tell you one thing. If this balloon was not carrying passengers, then it was not one of mine.
He's in it for the money. Oh, his balloon is cotton.
There are illegal tradesmen everywhere you care to look. Clearly, one such entrepreneur decided to capitalize on the opportunity presented by the Great Exhibition.
Van Zinks, you are reaching.
and managed to operate balloon flights on Mr. Loon's patch without him realizing.
See, the competition, trying to steal my profits.
I did not notice because of the experimento that went wrong on the stage.
This fourth balloon exploded at the very same moment Mr. Asman was beamed from the stage below. Right. So them scraps that fell to the ground after and left them scorch marks. They didn't come from the stage at all. It was bits of the balloon raining down.
Ooh.
Because no one was in it, it didn't get no attention. What happened to the basket? Did the basket burn up? I guess it did. A mysterious fourth balloon carrying no passengers, silently floating over the experimentation stage.
Objection!
You can object all you want.
This photograph shows us nothing more. A stray balloon carrying no one and operated by some rogue trader. Clearly, it has nothing to do with the case.
Its relevance does elude me, I must say.
The court has seen sufficient evidence and heard ample testimony already. The prosecution calls for this trial to be concluded.
Are you kidding me? The jury is not even paying attention. Really?
Number 6 looked like he was thinking.
Have we really got to the truth yet? He does kind of look like he was thinking, but everybody else was not paying attention. No, I can't let this opportunity slip away. The jurors' minds are made up, and not in our favor. What else can this photograph tell us? Is there nothing more we can learn from it? There's more!
There better be.
I like the one playing with cards. But anyway.
I like him too.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, wait! Please don't give your decisions yet. The photograph from Master Gotts may well be hiding one more vital clue.
What's that? A vital clue?
Objection!
Don't object!
We're well past the point of mere possibilities. It's time for definitives now. So tell the court. What exactly does this alleged clue in the photograph prove?
The cause of the explosion! We can reasonably assume that the pictured balloon was destroyed in the searing heat of the explosion.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was not my fault.
Aww. Jeez.
Oh, the poor child thinks that like activating the shutter because of the timing.
Yeah.
Oh man. I have to give some leeway to Master Gotts here because he is just a kid.
He is a kid, yeah.
Evidently. Because the birdcage from the kinesis machine materialized in the sky where it had been flying. And the balloon, being filled with flammable hydrogen, instantly and explosively ignited in the world's first instance of telefracking.
No, that's not what happened. Exception.
What? I'm putting it in my kill compilation. What do you mean?
It would appear that this photograph requires closer examination. Counsel for the defense, you will highlight the location of this alleged clue in the photograph for the court. Of course, my lord. If you look closely, it's plain enough to see. And what's shown is linked to another piece of evidence we have, in a way that leads to an unbelievable conclusion. The clue that heavily suggests the real reason the balloon exploded is... Pew! Wow, it doesn't even give me like a highlighty thing. It's gotta be this right here though, right?
It never gives you a highlighty thing for images.
I
Only for like
know.
3D objects.
It doesn't love me. But this is it. This is why it exploded. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna present this. Take that!
They did a 360 no scope.
The timing of this photograph can only be described as miraculous. If you look, you'll notice there's a bright white line that appears to point directly at the balloon.
Most likely a ray of light caught incidentally on the film.
I'm afraid I can see nothing of the sort. If you look with a magnifying glass, my lord, it becomes clear what the nature of this bright line really is. Goodness, what is that?
Undeniably some flash of light, yes.
Oh golly, do you think it might be lightning?
What couldn't have been a finer day?
I believe we may be looking at fire.
A bolt of fire heading straight for the balloon, like an arrow. Indeed, even to my aging eyes, it would appear to be a flame of some sort. My word, are you suggesting this flame struck the hydrogen gas that filled the balloon?
Objection!
Absurd. The balloon would have been 60 feet above the ground at the time.
Okay.
No flame could possibly have reached such a height.
But wait!
Objection!
Actually, it's my opinion that a particular piece of evidence found at the scene reveals how that is exactly what did happen.
What evidence?
Get ready for this one, Van Zeeks! If such evidence exists, Council, then for goodness sake, present it, man! Which evidence explains this mysterious streak of flame that appears to be headed directly for the balloon? It's the crossbow. Right? It's gotta be the crossbow. Look.
It is now time for our 360 no scope.
Right? Look, it's the crossbow.
I'm going to continue asserting this like arbitrary connection between this court trial right in this moment and like Quake and or Counter-Strike nonsense.
Oh my god.
Possibly even Call of Duty. But I consider telefragging to be a lot more of like a Quake lineage type thing.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
presenting
good to
this.
go.
Take that!
Take that! This was found hidden at the foot of a small ornamental tree near the scene. Good lord, is that a crossbow? An arrow dipped in oil and set alight could have been shot from this weapon. This is like the craziest thing he's ever said, but it's so plausible too. Sending a flaming arrow straight into the hydrogen-filled balloon.
Are you suggesting that crossbow was used to deliberately...
Blimey, you're right. The streak of light in the photo looks just like an arrow, doesn't it?
Then, the explosion of the balloon, it was...
Very likely the result of a flaming arrow from this crossbow, igniting the hydrogen gas inside it.
No!
Take that, buddy.
My clip compilation, ruined by this crossbow user.
Order! Council, this is an extraordinary supposition. If the aim was to cause the balloon to explode, the shooter could have used a gun, of course. However, there's an obvious reason why that would have been out of the question. Is there? Okay. Oh.
The noise of the discharge. Of course. He was camping.
He was spawn camping.
He was not camping.
That's right. He was waiting for the dude to spawn in the air above the crystal
Yeah.
tower and it pew pew.
Like in Team Fortress 2 when you try and taunt kill someone going through the teleporter.
By using a crossbow, the projectile could be fired at the balloon silently. Well, yeah, if someone had shot a gun off in the exhibition grounds, it would have caused a real panic.
But with the big explosion, there was a very big panic anyway, no?
I don't like this. I should be pleased to have found a plausible new explanation for all this, but something feels wrong.
Objection!
Do you understand the implications of what you're saying, my Nipponese friend?
If a flaming arrow did indeed hit the balloon, then obviously it would have exploded. And if the birdcage appeared from the cloud of smoke that ensued... What? Wait a minute! What are you really saying here? I don't get it. Was the birdcage beamed up into the sky after all, or what? My goodness me! Ah, now I understand. That's what that sinking feeling is about. I think there's a good chance that the birdcage was actually concealed inside the balloon all along. That's what I was about to say! Oh! What? Did I just hear that correctly, Council? There's no going back now. The horse is bolted.
What have we done?
Very bad things. Let's assume, as I said, that the birdcage was hidden inside the green balloon from the start. On stage, when the experiment was started, the birdcage and the instantaneous kinesis machine disappeared in a cloud of smoke. At that moment, the flaming arrow was fired from the ground, causing the green balloon to explode and drawing the attention of the spectators to the sky above their heads. From amid the smoke, the hidden birdcage then appeared to fall down and crash into the crystal tower. I think you'll all agree it's entirely plausible that what I've just described is the real truth behind the miraculous experiment carried out that day. Good grief!
Objection!
Object all you want.
This is ludicrous! What you've described is no science experiment. It's child's play, a contemptible display of stage magic.
Both Mr. Sholmes and Iris said that the experiment was a scientific impossibility. In which case, this is the only way to explain what happened that day.
And in any case, the victim's body was found inside the birdcage in the Crystal Tower. If the instantaneous kinesis didn't take place, how do you explain that?
Body doubles!
If I may put in a word, as a man of magic myself, such apparent discrepancies can easily be explained by some simple deception.
Juror number 3.
All that would be needed is a doppelganger, someone who looked very similar to the victim, Mr. Asman. And having this other man appear on stage to front the show, as a body double.
That's what I just said. Yes, of course. So in fact, Mr. Asman must have been inside the birdcage that was concealed inside the balloon right from the start.
Objection!
That balloon would have been filled with hydrogen.
Then he was already dead.
Anything hidden inside it would have been scattered to the four winds when it exploded. No one would ever have embarked on such a risky venture.
Not necessarily.
The explosive force of the balloon gas would very much depend upon the mixture ratio.
Juror number 4?
Flying balloons are rarely filled with pure hydrogen, but a mixture of other gases, such as helium as well. Helium on its own doesn't explode, but by controlling the gas mixture ratio, the explosive force can be altered. The mixture ratio. Obviously, the victim's body would have suffered some burns, so that would be unavoidable. But not to such an extent as to render the whole obscene charade impossible.
How do you feel about the jury now?
This jury's on my side. Okay. For once. So everything that happened can be explained logically and scientifically. The explosion that engulfed the stage at the start of the experiment was no accident. It was all part of an elaborate deception to make it appear that instantaneous kinesis had occurred. Well, goodness me. And if we accept that this is what happened, it means that the victim, Mr. Asman, was never present on the public experimentation stage to begin with. In short, he couldn't have been killed by the defendant, who was on stage in full view the entire time. This will be very hard for the prosecution to counter. Lord Van Zieks can't credibly maintain that Professor Harebrain is a suspect now. Wow.
Mr. Naruhodo, I appreciate your efforts. Thank you.
Professor?
But you can stop now. Just keep your mouth shut, please.
Sorry?
What's all this about, Mr. Harebrain?
I, Albert Harebrain, hereby confess that it was me who stabbed Mr. Odie Asman.
What?
Yes, it was me, with my faithful friend and partner, Andrew the Screwdriver.
I'm sorry, what? What are you doing? Order! 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 Defendant, explain this sudden confession.
Objection.
Yeah, for real. Professor Harebrain, what are you talking about?
It's what I've said all along. I must protect my hypothesis and my precious machine. You stand there and claim it was all a trick, and all an elaborate prank, but where's your proof? No, you'd have to examine the machine if you wanted to prove it, but then it would be all over.
Wow.
My beautiful hypothesis would be laid bare. I admit the indignity of it.
It's clear that you drew the plans for the experiment, but you didn't actually build it. It's quite conceivable that you were duped, Professor. If you'll just let me, I can prove.
Barak! Barak, I'm talking to you now.
Yes?
Go ahead and talk to yourself there, Exception.
I'll cooperate. I'll do whatever you say, I swear it.
Come on.
So please. Ensure the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act is adhered to and protect my creation.
What is wrong with you? Oh, not the hallowed chalice. Jeez, here it comes.
Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hallowed chalice at this critical juncture.
God!
Here's to my learned Nipponese friend.
What?
And his upcoming attempt to clarify the defense's position in the light of the accused's confession. Do you intend to formally assert that the experiment was nothing more than a conjuring trick? Because the moment you do, the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act that protects the professor's invention will cease to apply. The prosecution will then demand a rigorous examination of the machinery involved in order to establish the truth. However, if you acknowledge that the machine is genuine and instrumental in the victim's murder, any chance of investigating will be crushed, and the confidentiality of the professor's hypothesis preserved.
I hate this.
We've been duped.
We've been duped.
We've been duped. This was his plan all along.
This was a setup.
This was a setup.
Well, counsel, what is the defense's official position on this matter? What Professor What Professor Harebrain, my client, actually asked of me was to prove that the explosion on stage was an accident and protect the secrecy of his hypothesis. But there's no way to do that without implying the professor's guilt. Do I protect my client's life by asserting his innocence? Or do I uphold my client's request, but see him condemned? Either way, I can't avoid betraying his trust.
Ooh. You've been silent long enough. Isn't talking your trade, my learned friend.
Just kind of like yours is drinking wine in the stand.
Or has all knowledge of English escaped your confused Nipponese mind?
Can you not be racist?
Mr. Naruhodo!
There's no escape here. I have to make a choice. But it's an impossible one. I have to give up on something. But what? The defense asserts that the defendant's instantaneous kinesis machine was in fact... Ah, fuck!
Ooh.
This is gonna
We've
kick.
reached the juncture.
One of these is right and one of these is wrong. Oh gosh. I know that we're supposed to say a conjuring trick here. I really feel like if we say that it's a proper scientific invention and we protect it, this guy's gonna go to prison and or die, right? Like,
Yeah.
but to him, his life is less important than the integrity of his science, which is crazy to me. Which means there's got to be a reason why he's saying that. But if we say it's a proper scientific invention, the trial ends now, you know?
Yeah.
So, where's the secret third option? We're supposed to say a conjuring trick, right? Like,
Yeah. Hairbrain dies if we don't.
Hairbrain dies if we don't. Yeah.
We can't, but it hurts to do.
It does hurt to do.
Barrack Van Zeeks has been playing like multiple angles here, and they've all come together in this one singular moment.
He's playing like
Not only has he
5D
like
chess.
he's like manipulated Hairbrain into basically wanting to confess to a crime he didn't do. But also, he's put us in a position where he shall probably double down on his racism by being like, check that out. This Nipponese chump just betrayed his own client. Like,
Yeah.
everything is going Farok's way right now. This is
the
a
way
disaster.
he works. Yeah.
But there's nowhere else to go. We have to save Hairbrain.
Ugh. Come on. Come on. Ah! No. I can't say it. Oh my god. My client placed his faith in me. I can't just let him down. Is this supposed to be Kazuma in his head? Who is this?
It is you.
It is me.
You will say this line.
What?
We're getting voices from beyond here.
Yeah, voices from the beyond. What must I give up on is not the question you have to ask yourself here. It's, what can I protect? Ah, Susato! Hello, you're here in spirit. Hello again, Mr. Naruhodo. It's been far too long. Susato-san? But what are you? Damn, we just got our ass kicked in court. Ah! My first Susato takedown in 6 months! There'll be time to talk later, Mr. Naruhodo. For now, we must concentrate on the task at hand. Which is working out not what I have to give up on, but what I can protect. Professor Hairbrain!
Yes?
Yesterday you told me that science is the pursuit of truth. Well, my job is to pursue the truth too.
Yes, of course.
And personally, I believe that you didn't stab Mr. Asman. I think you've come to realize something yourself too, haven't you? That your experiment and the machine you built with the victim are questionable. The truth behind that is what we must both pursue now. We win. Throw your wine. Go ahead. Throw it. Throw a temper tantrum.
So, you finally opened your eyes.
What? Ah! It's fine. It's fine. What?
And as for you, Albert, you can't ignore this any longer.
Ah,
Having heard my learned friend's assertion, don't you have something to say?
Barok.
Lord Van Zeeks. Gosh, I've never heard him speak that way before.
Bring it back.
Here we go.
In truth, there is one thing. Something I've remembered that's of relevance.
Susato is like the Deus Ex Machina for real. Like, she's back. She's really there and not just in our imagination. What?
On the day it happened, just before I began the experiment, I saw a man near the stage. A man holding that crossbow.
I beg your pardon. Professor! Did the man have any distinguishing features? What did he look like?
Taller than me, and thinner than me, with straight hair, straighter and wider than mine. Let me see. One less lens than me, too. A monocle. A rather stylish black monocle. But one thing in particular will help me to positively identify the man. You see, I know him very well. After all, he's the engineer who built my invention.
Oh, shit!
What?
Ooh! He built the machine.
That's right. Miss Desmond introduced him to me a year ago. He's a man by the name of... Get ready for this one. Enoch Drebber.
No way.
Enoch Drebber?
Uh-oh. Does this name mean something? Members of the jury seem flustered.
Not a name any scientist wishes to hear. The man's an abomination.
Not a name any conjurer wishes to hear either.
Who on earth is he?
I'm afraid this isn't the first tale of this nature that I've heard in scientific circles in connection with that name. There's talk of other flamboyant experiments that turn out to be nothing but stage trickery in the end. Obviously, the rascal is after the government's research grant money.
When magicians are in need of money, I have heard of them resorting to these underhanded tactics. Some acquaintances of mine with experience of such things have mentioned Enoch Drebber's name before.
The man is both an engineer and a magician. Yes, we're dealing with an unparalleled confidence trickster here. That's Enoch Drebber for you.
Oh, golly. Get him on the stand! Are we about to be continued this? Oh no, there's more. Okay.
Bring it back.
Ah!
So it's true then. My invention, my great machine, it was just a grand illusion?
Considering what we've just heard about Mr. Drebber's character, I'm sorry to say that sounds increasingly likely.
Even though no one else believed it, I wanted to. I wanted to believe that machine would function exactly as my hypothesis predicted.
Which is why you were so opposed to it being investigated, I presume.
I knew that if the machine was examined in detail, its construction would give away my hypothesis. Obviously, I didn't want that to happen. But at the same time, I knew that if it was found to be nothing more than a trick, than a work of deception, then everything I'd worked towards, all my research, all my dreams, my whole life would be over.
Technically, we're in an ad now.
Well, you get to listen to the music.
We do get to listen to the music.
Enjoy the music for like 3-ish minutes.
I am gonna enjoy the music. I'm gonna... Zen, are you still watching? Zen, are you still watching? Check your Discord.
If you like this one, there's another track in the soundtrack that we're going to hear in Case 4 that I think you'll like.
Oh.
Also, just keeping track right now, I did
Okay.
mention that there was my favorite song in the entire game in this case.
You did, in fact, mention that.
To clarify, it's not this one.
It's not this one. Okay.
Not this one. We have more song to song.
I love this for us. I may have to jump up and go get something for my little headache. Hold on.
That's fine. It
I
do
have-
be the ad break. You can do that.
It do be the ad break.
All right, how's it going?
I'm still here, I promise.
Oh, okay, hi.
Hi. Hi, Zen. Hi, Pianui.
We got the in the ad break crew here.
I have the headache from the hell, and I was like, if this says to be continued, I am going to bed. But it didn't. It didn't! I'm okay.
We're not over yet.
We're not over yet. It's fine. I'm just dying. Like, my whole face hurts.
Sorry
So
that
I'm
this
just
is
gonna
happening to you.
Take something real quick, and I'll be fine. Eventually. This music is nice.
It is.
I need to find out if it's streaming somewhere so I can listen to it, but I don't want to listen to it until I'm done with the game. Because I feel like if there are other tracks, they might like spoil future cases, so...
I don't. Yeah, I do think that might happen. Not necessarily. Yeah. Might be best to wait.
I'll wait. Why am I winking so much?
I am looking on Spotify.com, and I am seeing something that looks like it is indeed the Ace Attorney, Great Ace Attorney soundtrack.
Ooh.
It might be recordings of like a performance of it. I'm not certain.
Interesting.
But there's hope for when you beat the game.
Yeah. Which we will do much faster now that we're not taking days off because we're dying.
Yeah, we're not hot potatoing illness.
We're not hot potatoing illness, yeah. Ah! Good! Thanks. Sorry. I was looking. I was looking at the screen. Okay, I have to explain. I have to. I'm breaking your immersion for a minute here. So I stream with like a screen behind me, with like a folding screen behind me to like dampen the noise a little bit. And I had asked Zen to bring me some Excedrin for my headache. And I was just waiting, right? And in the discussion of the music, I was just like swaying, right? And I had forgotten about it entirely. And I was looking at my screen, and then out of the corner of my eye, I just see a hand, like, in my peripheral vision. And I jumped a fucking mile. I jumped and I screamed. That's why I screamed, because I got surprised. I'm sorry. I gotta quit laughing long enough to take this medicine. I was just like vibing to the music, and then all of a sudden there was a hand, and I was not prepared. Okay, let me take this. Exception, meet Excedrin. Excedrin, meet exception.
Hello.
You were creeping, Zen. Okay. I have taken the medicine. Everyone pray it kicks in soon, because I'm dying. Okay. Ha! Whoa! Hold on. And then my headset fell off. Cool. Alright.
I was terrified at the prospect. And Ascella was terrified by that hand.
I was! was just a hand there that I jumped. So you really had no idea then, did you? About the true nature of the machine that was built. And the true nature of Mr. Drebber.
I never questioned anything. I didn't want to question it.
Ooh. It's entirely possible that Mr. Asman and Mr. Drebber were working together to use you as a means of fraudulently acquiring the research grant money. Damn. That's messed up.
Yeah.
That is so messed up.
When I announced my invention to the crowds that day, it was the finest moment of my career. I pulled all the levers and turned all the dials in exactly the way Drebber had described. When the smoke suddenly started billowing out, I panicked. Didn't know what was happening. But I really don't know how the whole illusion was made to work. I don't know anything anymore.
No!
Let me confirm one final point with you, Professor. Do you now consent to the prosecution submitting the necessary paperwork to release your invention from the protection afforded by the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act? Yes, please go ahead. I'm very sorry.
Damn. It would appear that we shall have to suspend proceedings for the remainder of the day now. Lord Van Zeeks.
My lord?
The court has newly been made aware of another party whose involvement in this matter is critical.
Yes, Mr. Drebber.
Gather information about the man. If possible, I should like him served with a subpoena.
With pleasure, my lord.
Now, counsel for the defense. Yes, my lord. When we reconvene, I shall be looking for one thing and one thing alone from you. Evidence that the defendant is innocent of the crime for which he presently stands accused. Time to go investigate. I understand. Good. In that case, this court is adjourned until tomorrow morning. Okay. I think it's funny that this has taken almost the correct amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor Hairbrain.
Yeah. Mr. Naruhodo.
Ah, yes.
I'm so sorry. I was wrong. You were right. I tricked you. You trusted me. I dragged you into my mess. Oh, how did it ever come to this? I'm so sorry.
Did you really have no idea, Professor? About what Mr. Drebber was really up to, I mean. about what he was really constructing.
Naturally. The machine was the embodiment of my hypothesis, of all my hopes and dreams. I have complete faith in it.
All right. In that case, I won't say any more. Now, sadly, the murder accusation against you still stands. So we must do as much investigation as we can before the trial resumes tomorrow. Get ready.
Well, thank you for doing so much for me.
Susato is back! I'm so sorry for arriving late this morning, Mr. Naruhodo. Arriving late? Didn't you receive my postcard? I wanted to let you know when I'd arrive. Postcard? What postcard? I hid it from you, Runo, so it would be a surprise, you little...
Iris did mention a surprise at the start of this trial.
She did, but... Damn. Well, did it work? I was surprised, all right, especially when she threw me to the ground. Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I was just so happy to see you again that it sort of slipped out. Maybe we could stick to more traditional displays of emotion in future? Susie's train was late into London Victoria this morning, you see. But we made the coachman really whip the horses hard so she didn't miss the whole trial. I was watching from the gallery for a while, but in the end, I'm afraid I couldn't contain myself. Well, I'm glad you didn't. Oh! Having you at my side in court gives me the strength I need to win. Aww. So, I'm, delighted to see you back in London. Oh, you're too kind, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm delighted to be here. I hope I can continue to be of service to you. Of course. So, what's brought you back? Did Professor Mikotoba not protest? Let's save all that conversation for when we're back at home, shall we? You know, I've made one of my most special blends ever for this special occasion. Oh, Iris, how wonderful. I can't wait. Cute. Cute! Susato-san was back in London. It's hard to describe how happy that made me feel at the time. But despite my elation, our tale was about to take yet another extraordinary turn. Oh god, another one? Another turn? Ought to be continued! Kidding me? Yes, we shall save. The great departed soul has in fact returned.
It has.
Susato.
We got Susato back.
She's back!
She's back!
She's back in action. Keeping us from horsing around.
Now we can finally ask her about the whole Baskerville thing.
Mm-hmm. Which will probably happen in, like, case 5, because that's
That'll
my
happen
luck.
next time. It'll happen next time.
In the next scene?
Well, the next stream, at least.
Oh, shit. That's exciting. I'm gonna look forward to that.
Yeah. That's motivation for you to not get sick again.
I know! I know exceptions teasing.
Meanwhile, I gotta wait several more streams till we get to the good song.
The good song, I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll get there.
So. Music off. No, I'm just kidding. So, that's it. That's what we got. I imagine the investigation section is going to be long, right?
Yeah.
What's that mean?
I don't really know.
Oh, you don't know. Okay. I'm eating Sour Patch Kids,
Probably.
everyone. I'm sorry. Yeah, because we're back at the consultancy.
I do also want to bring up a related thing for us.
Mm-hmm.
So last time we streamed together was April 9th.
Okay.
And now that it is past that, particularly May 7th, we've officially gone beyond the 1 year anniversary of us starting this, or at least both your starting it and my involvement, which started in episode 2.
Oh, yeah. We have. Happy.
Because your first stream was April 10th of last year, and I joined on April 24th.
I see. Man, that's a bummer that we were gone, huh?
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, yay!
We reached it. We're here.
We did it. 1 year of the dynamic
1
duo.
year.
The dynamic duo.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Well, gosh. I didn't do anything to celebrate. Maybe I should have. I did give you a
You were sick.
gavel.
You did. We are the most dressed up for this as we
Gave you
possibly could have been.
I gave you a gavel. It's the most I could do.
What you
I
did.
tried to give you a judge wig. I did. I tried so hard. I tried for like 20 minutes.
Okay, I got the gavel.
Got a gavel. Even though I'm the judge, it's fine. We'll do this every stream now. There'll always be judge and jurying. The right to wear the gavel, yeah. The right to bang the hammer thing.
I have tenure now.
Tenure. It's true. Man, and what a year it's been.
Yeah.
Not just Ace Attorney. Mostly Ace Attorney, but not entirely.
Mostly Ace Attorney. We did other things.
Mm-hmm. I
I
like
gotta
watching.
trick you into playing Star Wars again.
You do have to trick me into playing Star Wars again. Second year, the right to yell silence? What the heck, BNA?
I don't think we'll be at the Apollo Justice trilogy by next year. I think it'll take a little longer, Pianui. But shout outs to Simon from Game 5. He's pretty cool.
Is he a prosecutor?
I will not elaborate further.
I see. I feel like he's trying to trick a lot of people into playing Star Wars. Absolutely. This man has an agenda.
I did give Ascella a copy of Star Wars Squadrons on Star Wars Day. And I did also give Pianui a PC copy of Empire at War.
Oh no.
So like there's a world where I get like the three of us together and we play like a 3-way Empire at War shenanigan. I'd be a little hesitant to try and get Squadrons working on your computer. So it's gonna be a post-computer upgrade event.
I need to make that happen at some point.
Yeah.
We're working on it. Well, Star Wars Day was cool though.
It was.
Yeah. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Then we have music. You can't hear it, but I can't hear it either, actually. It's playing though, I promise. Although I guess I could listen to the music now.
You could.
I could turn it on where I can hear it. Oh, it says monitor and output. I just can't hear it. That's okay. I don't need to hear it. It's fine. But yeah, it's been a whole year. That's cool.
Yay.
Yay, we made it. I'm gonna exit out of. Exit terminal. We just saved. I'm just gonna blast my eardrums if I didn't.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what else. We got like, I mean, we can end early and I can go to bed, which is probably the smart thing to do, considering this headache is destroying me. Do you like my background, my fancy background?
Yeah, it's all clouds and stars and stuff. Those are like two of my brand.
I know, it's my brand too. That's why we work, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm more like moon and stars.
Hmm.
But I've always had clouds in my backgrounds.
Clouds are cool.
Yeah, I had clouds in my original backgrounds. I didn't really intentionally have clouds in my backgrounds this time in my overlays, but they just kind of happened. It was cute. And the right color. Kind of a purpley blue purple. More
Yeah.
purple. Ah, well, okay. I guess. You got anything exciting coming up?
Yes, I do, but I
Ooh.
refuse to speak of
Refuse
it
to
until
speak of
I'm
it.
absolutely certain of the nature of it.
That's cool. I get that.
Yeah.
I won't spoil it.
I will say that at this point, it's gonna happen in some form, so I can give some of the most abstract, vague hints about it. But nothing specific, nothing concrete. So all I can say right now is that it is community-oriented and involving hit video game Armored Core 6.
Let's go.
I'm excited for it.
I am too.
I hope it manifests as fully as I am hoping it will.
More content for me to watch.
I don't know about that.
Oh, damn.
Oh, okay. I mean, yes, it will, but not like directly.
Okay, that's fair.
There's layers.
This layer is like an onion,
Yeah.
like a parfait. What do I have coming up? I have a big interview coming up. I'm doing another episode of Backstage with, well, I'll announce it soon. We're still working on, I've got to get my promotional graphics for it and everything. But on the 20th, in 2 weeks from yesterday, I'm going to have an interview stream and it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be pretty cool. That's my big thing coming up. I don't have anything else exciting coming up. I don't think I need. Oh, maybe there might be a Tuesday stream next week.
Ooh.
I might be doing Power Wash with Spud. We're trying to plan it. I'm trying to talk him into it.
Cool.
Consider this peer pressure, Spud, if you see this. Consider this peer pressure. No, we've been trying to play since I got like out of commission back when I had my last thing scheduled for some extra streams. So yeah, that just happens to me all the time. Especially this time of year, like I get sick a lot this time of year because of the pollen and everything. It just makes me get like headaches and sinus infections and this, that, and the other, and I just get sick a lot. So everyone who has known me at this time of year knows that this is when I get sick. It's usually, this is like right now is kind of on the tail end of it. It's usually over by like the end of May, like the major getting sickiness until like winter. And winter is like when I get colds and stuff. But like, yeah, it's the pollen. I am very allergic to the world. I was sick today actually. I was a little sick today. But I think it was from a food allergy. I'm like 90% sure it's because I ate something I shouldn't have eaten. But it was delicious, so I can't really get mad about it. I don't know what I ate that didn't like me though. I don't know what it was. It happens a lot when I eat Indian food. So it's gotta be like maybe a spice or something that doesn't like me. But it did not like me, and I've had a headache all day, and I had a stomach ache earlier, and I was just like, it was bad. It was bad, which is probably why I should go to bed early. I know, but definitely if you have like digestive related food allergies, you know what I'm going through right now. It's called taking a risk every time you eat a food. Not going to bed early. I know. I'm gonna go to bed early. I promise. It's still early. It's still early. It's 9:30. That's early. But I have to get up at like 6. So it's not that early. I think we still have that Balatro stream we need to do too.
Oh yeah.
You gotta make me learn how to actually play properly and have a strategy. I'm never gonna be able to do that. But I like playing it with you. It's fun. It's fun. It's a fun game. I like watching you play it too, because it is fun. It's a cool game.
Yeah.
I like watching people play it in general, but you just get so excited about it, and like you get like super into it, and it's delightful. It's delightful to behold. I think it's fun. So that's just my onion right there. Got my little judge robes on. Just pasted on top of me. This is so funny, just without the context of Ace Attorney, where you're just sitting here and you have a gavel and I have the judge robes. Like, no context for anyone. Don't look at the stream title or you'll get context. But anyway, okay. Well, I guess I will go and take a picture of my cats for Pianui. Oh gosh, it's 4:35. Pianui, go to bed. Holy crap. Thank you for staying up and watching. I appreciate you. Even if I'm just incidental to your being awake, I still appreciate it. Alright, I'm gonna... No! I love streaming. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be properly back. I have the headache from hell, but I'm glad to be back. I'll try to be 100% next week. I will definitely try to be 100% next week, because it's more fun to stream when you're at 100%. I will say though, the content this week was good. Like, other than me getting startled and screaming. The case this week and the drama of it was quite good this week. Yeah. Poor Hairbrain. That poor guy.
Hairbrain.
That guy's life, man. Shoulder gavel session.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad to be here making the cool voices that I keep forgetting how to do.
It's okay.
Making the good funnies.
You're more consistent than I am. If it makes
talking about first-person shooters of various eras and Yiddish.
And Yiddish.
And Yiddish.
Oh, we're just educational content. I need to put that in my tags as like educational content. But then somebody's gonna watch it and actually expect to learn something, and then it'll be a problem. So
yeah, we like ambush on educational content.
Yeah. We're like,
you're here for like an hour and then suddenly you're getting a lecture on physics.
We're like guerrilla PBS. We're just like, bam, education, but like only in 3-minute chunks. Yeah, imagine getting educated on your ad break. That's pretty great.
That's actually a really good opportunity to just put some nice education in there.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
glad we have this system.
Yeah, it works out. It works out. You and Wikipedia always got my back during the ad breaks. Okay, I'm promising myself that I will take care of myself. So, let us depart. I will go find somebody to raid. Any parting words from you, Exception?
No, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to continue being here, and may we have more being here.
Yes, I agree with this sentiment. This is absolutely... I am glad you're here too. And I'm glad we're friends. And I'm glad we have Ace Attorney together. And I'm glad for all the fun things we do together. And I'm sorry I've been dead for the past 3 weeks.
It's okay.
I've just been so dead. Okay, anyway. All right.
Farewell.
Bye, everybody. I'll read somebody once I go to the ending screen, so have fun.